Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience. This is going to be our NFL Week 1. I'll say this will be the first look video. I'm not really sure which video this would be because of the fact that this video is a little bit late. And it's Thursday night, so there'll probably be an updated video Saturday if needed. So we'll just say this is the first look video and go from there. Try to keep this video short. Know that there's a lot of NFL videos out right now, so not sure if I'm gonna, give you some information that's gonna blow you off the moon, but we'll try to get the bases covered in a timely fashion. Obviously, we're gonna start with quarterback, and I'm gonna say this season, all my lineups will be a hand build. I'm not, I do hand build most of my lineups for all my sports, unless it's a sport I'm not familiar with. You know what I'm saying? But NFL, MLB, NBA, I hand build like 90% of my lineups. In fact, I'm lying. I hand build 100% of my lineups. Even if I run a crunch and I run an optimizer, I'll still adjust, remove, and replace players if needed, to get my correlation going. Because with optimizers, it's not heavily correlated. So NFL is going to be no different. Obviously, we'll use projections, we'll use optimizers, but I'm going to need my correlation off top. So with all that being said, my lineups are going to be guided with the quarterback or through the quarterback. So first thing I'm going to do is the first quarterback that I like, that stands out to me, we got Justin Herbert. Mr. Herbert, his team has an implied total of 28 points. So that's something I'm looking for. I'm looking for players in games where the game has a high implied total and the team has a high implied total. Justin Herbert is at 8, and that's one of the highest implied team totals on the slate. So Justin Herbert is in play, and the first thing I'm going to do once I pick up Justin Herbert, I'm going to go to wide receiver. I love Mike Williams. Everybody loves Keenan Allen. Been playing Keenan Allen all my life. It's probably going to be decently owned. So what I'll do is I'll start off with one or the other. So let's just say I start off with Mike Williams for the $400 savings. We'll do Mike Williams. What's going to happen is, depending on how my lineup is ended, if I have, my lineup is finished, if I have the extra money to go up to Keenan Allen, I probably might do so. Or if I run multiple lineups, I might have some with Mike Williams and some with Keenan Allen. I'm probably not going to have both Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, because what's the probability of Justin Herbert having such a great game that both Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are having a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns? Like, that doesn't happen, So we're going Herbert, we're going Mike Williams. Running back. Let's get a running back. Jonathan Taylor is 9,100. He looks great. He's going to get whatever he wants in Houston. Derrick Henry. You're getting Derrick Henry $8,600. I think that we might want to play Derrick Henry in the beginning of the season, before the middle of the season. Same thing with McCaffrey. You already know what these guys do. They're matchup proof, so when before their price gets up there, you might as well play them all you can. Eckler is $8,200. I'm not in most lineups with Herbert and Mike Williams. I wouldn't play the running back. Also, it's not like the end of the world. Some people do it, but I'd limit my his teammates to just one receiver, maybe a tight end. But you're looking for a game script where the Chargers are rolling so well that Herbert's getting a lot of fantasy points, Mike Williams is getting a lot of fantasy points, and then Eckler's getting a lot of touches and a lot of carries for a lot of yards and touchdowns. Like, is that going to happen? That's what you got to say to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to really think about this. So there's a lot of different options of players that and running backs that can give me a lot of fantasy points without me taking a chance on guessing on which Charger is going to do well or do the best. So I'm saying to myself that I like Herbert, I like Mike Williams to have a big game. Now I'm taking another running back from another team that I like for him to have a good game. I do like Aaron Jones. Let me see something. Let me see what Aaron Jones projects for. He's going to have a lot of responsibility, obviously. Aaron Jones is my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My 10th highest projected running back, and he is $6,700. So price per dollar, he stands out to me. Saquon Barkley stands out, but everybody's gonna be playing Saquon Barkley. Where is he? $6,100. Everyone's gonna have Saquon Barkley. So just keep any crunch you run, any optimizer you run, Saquon Barkley will pop up. These things you got to keep in mind, because if you're running crunches and you're seeing the same people popping up, that means when you go into your contest, these guys are going to be highly overowned. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you pick up after running crunch after crunch after crunch. You start to be able to read the crunch. You know what I'm saying? And once you're able to read your crunch and read an optimizer, then you open up another level of DFS lineup building. You know what I'm saying? So those of you that have been doing this for a long time, you understand exactly what I'm saying. Those of you that are newer, what I'm saying may not make sense to you, but just listen to what I'm saying. The more you play, the more you'll understand. The more you run an optimizer, the more you read an optimizer and build lineups, you'll start to see that you can't. You'll learn how to take information from the optimizer and apply it or not apply it to your lineups. So that's what I'm saying. Running back. I'd love to play McCaffrey or Derrick Henry because their ceiling is astronomical. Derrick Henry. Let's do McCaffrey against Cleveland. Derrick Henry. I have McCaffrey and Derrick Henry projected about the same. I like Jonathan Taylor's matchup though. Like, what is Houston gonna do? What is Houston really gonna do, and what is the Jets gonna do? Let's do Derrick Henry in this lineup. I'm obviously gonna have shares of Taylor, Henry, McCaffrey, Cook, Mixon, Swift because of his price. I'm gonna have Aaron Jones. Might even have Aaron Jones in this lineup. But I'm gonna have a lot of Najee Harris. I'm gonna have a lot of players that I want because there's a lot of value on this slate. First couple of weeks, when some of these players are unknown to the casual player, those guys are gonna be good value. There's a couple wide receivers at 3K right now that's gonna be in my lineups. So, like I said, if you pay attention, you'll be able to get whatever you want. I like Herbert. I like Henry. If when I'm finished with this lineup and I don't have enough salary, there's a lot of running backs I can go to bring the salary down. But for now, I love Henry's ceiling. We'll go Herbert. We'll go Henry. We go Mike Williams to go with Herbert. We'll get a tight end, and this lineup will be done. Kelsey's 6,600. Kelsey's safe. No more cheetah. So Kelsey's definitely gonna. Kelsey's like a lot to me. Kelsey's like a lot. And if you wanted to swap out Herbert for Kelsey, swap out Mahomes for Herbert, you could, because you have one of his prime receivers. But I love Kelsey. I love Kelsey. Defense. Everybody pays down for defense. Detroit, the Jets, the Giants, Steelers, maybe Washington, maybe the Jaguars. Everybody pays down for defense. So that's not, if I need $500, then I'll just go pay down at defense, but that's not a problem. So $4,500 left, $4,525 left. Let's do this. Let's take out Henry. But I know some of you are gonna have trouble finishing that lineup off. I'll put in Aaron Jones. Am I? Or should I put in Najee Harris? Let's put in Najee Harris. You're going to get a ton of carries, a ton of opportunities. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go Herbert and Williams. We're going to go Najee Harris as value. Our salary saving running back with a high upside. We're going Travis Kelce. You already know what Travis Kelce is going to do. And then we're just going to put in the Jaguars. And if we need extra money when you're finished with this lineup, you can pay down that defense. Because Kelce right now is non-negotiable. I love Herbert. I love Mike Williams. If you want to swap out Herbert from Mahomes in this lineup, you can. It works because you have Kelce there, and then you have the rest of the spots to build your masterpiece. But as far as well, you can do this. He's $100 more. Put in Mahomes. You got Mahomes. You got Kelce. You know what? The more I think about it, you can play out. You can play Eckler with Herbert if you had the money. You know what I'm saying? But it's just going to be very tight. But the more I think about it, the more I kind of like it. And he is a receiving running back, so that's never going to be a problem. Last season, 12 targets, 3 targets, 4 targets, 4 targets, 5 targets, 8 targets, 7 targets, 6 targets. So Austin Eckler absolutely could be in the lineup. Like I warmed up more to the idea of having Herbert, Eckler, and Williams, or Herbert, Eckler, and what's his name? Keenan Allen. So I warmed up to it more. But right now we're going with the salary savers at running back, so we can keep a balanced lineup. Where everybody has a great opportunity to give us good fantasy points. And like I was saying earlier, if you wanted to swap out Herbert for Mahomes, have at it. You still have Kelce. You can keep Williams if you wanted to swap out Williams. Tyreek Hill you could put in, even though he's on Miami. You can play Ja'Marr Chase if you like. I'm going to have a lot of Chase. So, like I said, my lineup is going to correlate with my quarterback, and that's how I'm going to do it. I will have at least one pass catcher with my quarterback in all my lineups. There's really no need to not do that unless you're running 100 lineups and you're just running crunches and you're not going to adjust it. You're going to get lineups with no correlation, and that's absolutely fine. There's people that have won like that before, but I just rather have my lineups correlated. My player pool, Herbert's in play. Lamar Jackson's in play against the Jets. Kyler Murray's in play. Rodgers. Rodgers is in the lower end of the spectrum for me, especially at that price, 7K, next to all the other guys. I like Hurts a lot more than Rodgers. Burrow's in play. Um, Cousins, you want to play Cousins, Justin Jefferson, you can run that. As far as my single entry lineups, that's my player pool. If I was playing, you know, something else, a lot of entries, um, maybe I take shots on Trey Lance, Derek Carr, um, Tua. You want to play Tua and Cheetah? You can. I think that's about it for me. I'm not gonna go crazy trying to play all the quarterbacks. Like my player pool is tight. For the first week, I'll open up my player pool a little bit more, to see what people do in the first week. But once that third, fourth week camp comes along, I already know what my main core of quarterbacks are going to be, and I'm going to stick to it. Taylor, Henry, McCaffrey, all in play. Eckler, Cook, Kamara, Mixon, Connor, Swift. They're priced up. They're the most expensive for a reason. They're all in play. Aaron Jones, Chubb, Jacobs, Barkley, Montgomery is in play. Montgomery, I don't know. Not Montgomery. Mark Ingram for me. I'm not sure about all that. Cordell Patterson's in play. Kareem Hunt, $5,700 is in play. Edwards-Helaire, is he in play? I'm not sure yet. Once we get closer to Sunday, I'll dig in more to these guys at the bottom here. But right now, I'm just gonna play it safe. Ronald Jones, $5,200. I've never been really a fan of playing not backup, but like running back twos, RB2s. I've never been a big fan of that unless I know for a fact they're gonna get like a, 60-40 split and the 40 end of that. You know what I'm saying? 50-50, great. 60-40, I'm with it. But anything other than that, then should I say 40-60 split, just in case somebody takes that the wrong way. But if I'm gonna be playing a RB2, he's got to get a lot of touches. I'm sorry. Like there's so many spots here, and you have the ability to pick the players that you want. Why would I pick a RB2 that's gonna get no touches? I'm looking for fantasy points in every spot. So that's how I build my lineups. So let's go to receivers. Let's go to tight ends, and then let's go to FanDuel. Receivers, Adams is in play. Jefferson, obviously. Samuel, Allen, Hill, Mike Williams, McLaurin's in play. A.J. Brown, Cooks. All these guys are in play. St. Brown's in play. Higgins is in play. Cooper's in play. Renfro's in play. Michael Thomas if he's healthy. Let's see what's going on with him at $5,700. Hamstring. Thomas got some work during the media access portion of Thursday's session, but he's at the handling type. Well, nope. No Michael Thomas for us. Don't need to read any more. Mooney's in play. Lazard's in play if he's healthy. Robert Woods. Pittman is a lock for me, to be honest with you. He's too cheap, $5,500. Thielen's in play, $5,400. Ayuk, Kirk's in play. I don't trust the Jets, so I'm not playing anyone from the Jets. The rest of these guys, we got to see. Like, Claypool might be in play, 5K, 5,000 flat. We got to see what these guys do and what's their role. Just because they did something last year don't mean that it's going to be the same this year. Like I said, Corey Davis, the Jets. I'm not touching the Jets. I'm not touching anybody from the Jets. Galladay, to my memory, wasn't good last year. 3, 8, 5, and 5 fantasy points. I'm good, bro. Listen, he's not, you know, these guys down here are not going to give you big fantasy points. They might, they might break away and get a touchdown on a lot of yards, but they're not, they're not going to give you a lot of fantasy points. But you got to do, that's why you got to do your homework. You got to see who's injured. You got to see who's, um, moving a spot up for the game or playing for someone that's hurt. And then look at that cheap salary, and then now they get more opportunities. That's what you got to do. So, you can't be lazy on Saturday. Can't be out, at the bar getting hammered or at a restaurant stuffing your face when you got NFL on Sunday and you're not prepared. Because if you're not prepared, you're gonna lose. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Let's go to tight end. Let's get out of here. My tight end pool is gonna be very tight because we get all pumped up to play tight ends, and we think we got a nice, inexpensive tight end, and then they end up giving us 1 fantasy point. So that's not, I'm not gonna go crazy. Kelsey's gonna be my tight end in like 90% of my lineups. Kelsey, I'm gonna take some shots on Andrews. Kittle if he's healthy. Pitts if he's healthy. Waller and Hawkinson for salary relief. Jazeki, maybe, a lineup or 2. Goddard looks good at 4,500. That's it. I'm not playing a lot of lineups, so I'm not going to be playing all these guys. So that's that. Let's jump to FanDuel. Because we already spent too much time going through DraftKings. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. If you want my exact lineups on Sunday, check out my Patreon, linked in the description. If you need more information, you can DM me on Twitter. My Twitter handle will be on it's on the thumbnail. Alright, let's make it quick. I went through most of these guys, the player pool. So let's just make a quick FanDuel lineup and get out of here. The only thing you'll have to pay attention to, are the prices. Do we go back to Justin Herbert? Who do we like here? I like Hurts. I would play Rodgers, but he if I'm gonna rate these guys, he's like on the bottom end of everything. Joe Burrow, I like. Do we go back to Herbert, 8,400? I think we do. We go Justin Herbert. We go Mike Williams is 6,600. We go Mike Williams. For running back, we're gonna pick up Austin Eckler, 9,400. Wow. Dalvin Cook is a little too cheap for me, 8,400. Najee Harris, 8,200. Aaron Jones, 7,400, is going to get a lot of touches and a lot of targets. I like Aaron Jones at 7,400. Let's just see what else is down here. Yeah, I like Aaron Jones. So we got Justin Herbert, we got Aaron Jones, we got Mike Williams, we're going Kelsey. I don't care what his price is, 8K. We got Kelsey. Let's get a defense. And defense doesn't matter to me. Defense. If you're gonna pay up for defense, probably pay up for Baltimore. Because the Jets are running that backup quarterback. I can't remember his name, but the Jets are gonna. I already know what the Jets are about to do. Defense. Let's see. Do we target Green Bay? Yeah, let's get Minnesota. I think Andrew Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be a little bit confused first couple games. So that's what we're gonna do for FanDuel. My main lineup. We're going Herbert and Mike Williams. We're going Aaron Jones with obviously gonna have increased touches and increased receiving chances. Travis Kelsey, his his opportunities should go up also. We're playing any defense, so we're going Minnesota for now. Hope that Aaron Rodgers is in some type of limbo, and that looks good for my main lineup. One of my main lineups. I'm probably playing like 4 lineups, and this is gonna be one of them. So, um, hopefully, my thought process helped you guys, or will help you guys build lineups. Hope you had a profitable day. Hope you did well on your Thursday night showdown, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao.